All right, guys. So right in front of us, we have like 3 amazing devs.
And Nick.
4.
Me? Really? Oh. Just kidding, just kidding. Okay, yeah, so today we're just gonna talk really like briefly and casually about GRC. I think everybody probably knows what like GRC means in the long form, but they don't exactly know what we're thinking of, right? So I think let's ask a few questions, amongst ourselves and maybe find out something interesting about each other also. And yeah, let's just treat it like a casual convo. Okay, let's not get too disconnected with ourselves. So I want to really like start off with maybe letting the crowd understand what kind of like people we are, like how we've been building at the back so far. Like maybe Ronny can share with us like what he has been working on, like with Jup.
I think we working on something focused on UX and DX. And UX, the foundation is the security. And the other part, security is a part of UX because you can see something like phishing.
Phishing scams.
Yeah, phishing scams. So if you have better UX, this thing will never happen.
Yeah. So actually, what are some of the examples you think that like we can you think can be done to improve like UX further? Maybe Siji, you want to say something about it?
Maybe something like the Siji and Dean have talked about signatures on Jupyter is also something like by better UX.
Yeah, I think the overall security of Solana ecosystem is okay. We do not see as many as attacks instances as the other chains have. But a lot of users of Solana or JupNet or Jupyter have been scammed or phished, and so this is one particular vulnerability of Solana system because the signing mechanism of Solana transaction allows anyone got the signature of the victim can drain all the funds from the user's account. So perhaps we can add more precise access control of our accounting system, or we can change a little bit of how the signatures are effective in the whole transaction. So we can have, by default, in-depth defense for our users on JupNet.
So maybe talking outside of Jupyter, maybe in Jupyter as a whole, like do you think like building libraries or educating the user base actually helps better, or what do you guys have like other thoughts about it?
I think that educating the user is good, but I think if you make them not have to think, that's much better, right? So like a lot of the design philosophy around Jupyter products are like, how do we make it so that the user doesn't have to think, right? How do we make it that we have sane defaults and we take care of like the vast majority of bad situations that could show up? And every now and then you have like a crazy black swan event, like the Trump launch, like raising fees beyond like the defaults or whatever. But I think that the best thing you can do is like actually have your users understand and educate them on the risks and like actually know what they're doing. But the second best thing you can do is make them not have to think about it.
Yeah, that's really cool. So actually, another question I have in mind is like, now that we have a research center, right? Like, actually across like different space? Yes, Meow?
Yeah, I think before you jump in further, right, I just want to ask a simple question. I'm actually very interested, like, I mean, the three of you are incredibly smart, right? Okay, for some context, right, whenever they hop in the room and start talking about cryptography and security, right, I'm completely blown. I got no idea what to talk about, right? So I'm sure to go. I'm serious, right? So I'm just curious, like, I got 2 questions. Okay, the first question is like, what do each of you individually consider to be like the the thing that you are the most proud of doing or learning or showing. That's firstly. Okay, cool. All right. And second, my question is that like, how do you suggest that the other 99.9% of devs, right, actually get to the same standard, right, in terms of understanding of things? I think those are two questions I have for you guys. Yeah. Yeah.
From you? You're first.
For me,
Yeah.
Yeah, you. Let's go.
thing I am be proud of is I've been in crypto stuff for like 4 or 5 years, and I have founded a team, and we have helped many projects, many startup projects or giant projects to protect their funds. It's not just doing security service or auditing service, but we find real critical bugs in their system. So if not us, but some real bad hackers attacked their system, there would be a loss in hundreds of millions. And we are lucky to be able to help them to secure the funds. And we have been continuing just helping projects like them. And we believe we are in crypto in a correct time and helped secure a lot of stuff in the crypto space. Yes. Yes, that's something we have been proud of. Yeah.
Advice?
Otherwise, the first thing is you have to be in the correct space in a correct time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and for me, I have been in security industry for more than a decade. But previously, I worked in the Web2 security. We went into the Web3 world when the North Korean hackers were craziest, and we just realized, oh, we should leverage our knowledge and ability to help protect and build this whole world. And yeah, that was time when Ethereum, there were a lot of random hacks in Ethereum. Now Ethereum is almost dying and no so many hackers. So we decided to leave Ethereum and we help securing a new world in Solana. Yeah, you should find a correct time, correct space to leverage your ability. Now it's a perfect time to build in Solana. No more Ethereum.
So the thing that I'm most proud of is I've made more signature schemes on Solana than any other team combined.
Woo!
Yeah. First, solving for Schnorr signatures for Bitcoin validation with Zeus, and then now doing the BLS signatures with Jupyter for JupNet. It just feels like magic to basically take numbers and like make them secure things, and like just being able to like leverage this crazy research. Like the research is all the way out here, and like the status quo is like here, and I'm trying to like always be here. And yeah, it's just been really crazy, like the amount of things that I can make the SVM do. And I'm really looking forward to like being able to do even more things now that we've like raised a bunch of the limits and really like being able to push it. So yeah, my proudest accomplishments are probably my open source cryptography work. And my advice, personally, my opinion is you should always try to be the person creating the most value in the room. So yeah, I think you can go to my GitHub and find about 120 open source repos and learn anything you need to learn about like SVM development. You know, I think that if you're focusing on how can I create value, it's very hard to go wrong. Yeah.
How does someone learn though? I mean, that's all said and done, but how do someone be like remotely gigabrain as you guys?
It takes time.
Time.
It takes time.
That's all. Time.
Yeah, just time.
Okay,
Like if you improve by 1% today, and then you do that for like 100 days in a row, you like more than doubled because of like compound interest. But yeah, like I think that's the principle.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. So research centers, as we know, right? Like they're kind of money pits. They're kind of like money pits. So how is JRC different from that?
Oh, I think if you look at these two guys, not investing in their time could be a lot more expensive than a research center. So I would say that, and also I think there's a lot of value that has already been created by this team and like the people who are like joining and like working on it. So I feel like I'm a huge, like I just mentioned, huge advocate for open source software and open source cryptography. I think we want a more open world. That's why we're all here. And I think that the research center promotes those values, and I think it actually is like a huge investment for all of us.
So Siji or Ronny, right? Give me like your hottest takes about blockchains. Like, what is the biggest problem you think you can solve now?
Your author, I have already know. You mean big decentralized?
What is the problem that you have solved?
Have solved.
No, what's the biggest problem you think you can solve?
Can solve. I think.
Let me answer for him. He have helped securing perps and many other projects in Jupiter. He had found many bugs that affect a lot of TVL, but luckily we helped Jupiter to fix them, and even nobody knows that. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. Okay, I think we're running out of time here. I think, Mel, do you have any other questions?
No, I think, are you there? Okay, awesome. I just want to say that, yeah, it's very, very late, so I want to give a thanks for everyone who stayed in. Thank you so much. Thank you. And yeah, I think that's it. I think, I think we are building it's a very hard problem to solve. And I'm really, really delighted to be working at one here to solve the problem together, right? Let's aggregate everything and verify anything. Let's go. Thank you.